Welcome back, IB Economics students, to this video lecture, now on the idea and concept of subsidies. Okay, so subsidies can or may be seen as a reverse tax where the government gives money or benefits to companies or firms or people, um, therefore increasing the quantity at any given price range. Okay, so this is basically what a subsidy is, and a short definition of a subsidy. What does it look like? What does a subsidy look like with if we actually graph a subsidy? Okay, so once again we have our normal here's the price. The y-axis is the price, and the x-axis is the quantity, and we're going to title this graph as subsidies. Okay, so first things first, we have to draw the original, the original supply curve. So we're going to call this the S1. Okay, S1, this is the original supply curve. Original supply curve looks like this. Okay, let's make it a little bit thicker. Okay, so the original supply curve looks like this. Let's give it also a demand curve. Now, as we remember, the demand curve shifts downwards, right? So here we have the demand curve. Okay, so we have the supply curve, we have the demand curve. Now, what does a subsidy look like? A subsidy looks like it going downwards, right? Because the price of a good decreases, or the price of the good decreases exactly at the same given quantity. So let's see. Let's say this this line right here. This is the supply after. Okay, there's the supply curve after there is a subsidy. So S1 plus subsidies. So which means this is this equals the new, the new supply curve. Okay, so this equals the new supply curve. Now, what does the gap between these two lines mean? Okay, you see between these two lines, what does this, I'm going to make this red. What does this red, no, I don't want that. What does this red line, actually mean? Okay, so this red line, the distance between the two, so I'm going to write it here. The distance, the vertical distance between S1 and S1 plus tax is the subsidized quantity and price. The subsidized price. Okay? So if the gap between S1 and S1 plus tax is 1, then that means the subsidized price is $1 per unit. Okay, so the red line refers to the subsidized subsidized price. I'm going to put this right here. Put this right here, so you guys know what the distance between the two supply curves actually mean. Okay. Now, identifying some points. Okay, let's identify some points and some major events within the group. So what is this dot right here? Okay, what is this blue dot right here? This blue dot is the new equilibrium. Okay, so I'm going to say new equilibrium, price and quantity. So this is the new equilibrium, price and quantity. Now, of course, this is the old equilibrium, price and quantity, right? So okay, so we can see a shift, right? A decrease in price and an increase in demand. So this is the old equilibrium, price and quantity. Now that we have these 2 points, what can we do? Okay, we can see the total cost. Okay, the total cost of the subsidy. Okay, so right here, this is the total cost of the subsidy. I'm gonna highlight it in I'm gonna put this I'm gonna put this in a pink, okay, in a pink box. Okay, so the pink box right here, this is the total cost of the subsidy. Okay, this is the total cost of the subsidy. Why is that? So we come from the new equilibrium place, and then we connect a vertical line using the subsidized price all the way to the old supply curve, and then we connect the old supply curve. Okay, we connect the old supply curve all the way back into the price. And we also connect a new equilibrium price back to the price, giving us this box. So what is this box? What does this box mean? So so this box, here I have a scribble. This box right here, okay, this box right here means the total cost for the subsidy. Okay. Now what does there's another box we have to take note of. This box right here. What does this, I'm gonna make this a green box, okay? What does this green box mean? This green box refers to the benefit of the subsidy to consumers. Okay, so the green box refers to the benefit of these subsidies to consumers. Now, important to take note that subsidies, the government provides subsidies, but not all of the goods, not all of the quantities provided from the subsidies ends up in the hands of consumers or ends up in the hands of producers. That's why in subsidies, there's something called a dead weight loss, okay? Or some people may call it a total welfare loss. Whatever you call it, this triangle, okay, between this triangle right here, okay? This triangle right here. This is the dead weight loss. I'm filling this in. So what is the dead weight loss? Okay? That right there. That is what we call the dead weight loss. That's perhaps a little bit hard to understand. But the triangle, okay, as we see right there, this is what we call the dead weight loss. Or for some people, they call it the welfare loss. Okay, so the triangle at which the new equilibrium point with the vertical subsidy subsidy quantity connected to the old original supply curve forms this triangle right here. Now this triangle refers to new for the welfare loss and the dead weight loss of the subsidies. So this is the graphic form of subsidies. We also explain what a subsidy is. A subsidy is basically a government handing out money to firms and to producers. Now, what are some examples of subsidies? Okay, what are some major examples of subsidies? For example, the American corn and dairy industry is heavily subsidized by the government. Government. Okay, so that means the government. This means the government hands out a lot of money or aid for corn farmers, corn or slash dairy farmers to increase to decrease the price and desire to grow corn. Okay, so that is a perfect example of government subsidies and government intervention within the production of a good. So I hope this video is helpful in illustrating the illustration and the graphing of a subsidy, as well as a real life example of what a subsidy is. Okay, if this video is helpful, tune in for the next one and be sure to like and subscribe.